Okay, so I have a couple pieces of tissue paper here. I'm not sure that I'm going to need it all, but I may want to make sure my bulb is nice and padded. So this is the bulb, and it's a breakable. So I think I will kind of wrap my bulb first. Okay, maybe just wrap it a little here. And that way it gives it a little more secure there. All right. And then what I want to do here, I think, is I want to maybe center it a little. And I probably should have taped that, but I can fix it all later. Okay, so here's kind of like my bulb. And the bag is pretty much dry. And I'm going to slip it in here. Okay, I've just kind of got it. Oh yeah, that'll be perfect, because then it's nice and padded, the bulb, and it looks nice and full. Now you could always write your sentiment on a tag or something and stick it to the back. Would be really cute and fun. Okay, so but what I want to do for this is, see, get my crocodile here. I'm going to kind of mark it because I kind of want to get a center feel here. Okay, so I'm going to go there. And maybe there. I kind of want these spaced, you know, about the same. Now, I haven't decided if I want to use twine or ribbon for this project. But I'm going to make some little holes here. I'm going to keep the bulb in there. I'm having trouble seeing where I... Okay, whoops, I went above it a little bit. It's hard to see that pencil in this little craft, but I think I got them the same. Alright, so I'm going to erase my little marks there. Okay. Alright, and let's, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to try some ribbon. And I know I had it here, so. Okay, found my ribbon. I'm still not sure if I want to use ribbon or twine. So I'm a little unsure yet of that. I'm just going to try it both and just get a feeling for maybe what I want here. I don't have any other. I wish I had some Sorry Red, but I just don't. If I had some of that, I think I would like it better than the sheer. But really the sheer is all I have to work with, so that's just where we're going. Alright, so let's kind of tie us a little bow here. Fingers aren't wanting to work this morning too good. Okay, so there's kind of, if we did the oh, and I do like that. That does look really nice. I think I'm going to stay with that. I really like the ribbon. It just adds a little dainty touch to it. Alright guys, so there is our little bulb in a bag present. That is awesome. I really, really like that. Alright, so there's project number 2. Okay, so let's get our candy bag, which is the same way. And we are going to use fabric for it as well. These again are from My Porch Prints. I did the same thing. I grabbed a different image and I grabbed a little bit of fabric and a little bit of the music sheet. Now this one I'm going to ink up. The other I did not, but this one I'm going to ink up. Okay, and we're just going to see what this one looks like if we were to just give it a nice little inking. Now the ink I'm using, and I love using, is this VersaFine. This is the vintage sepia, but I like the potted soil. I like the coffee. So Either one of those are fun to work with. They're just a nice color. All right, so we're gonna get that one all nice and inked up, and we'll ink these up a little bit. Now, one of these I'm putting on the front, and one of these I'm putting on the back, and that's why I have two of these little rectangled ones. This, I love this image. This is one of my favorites on that printable. I love the little puppy dog, a reindeer. I guess it's a reindeer. Looks like a little puppy dog with antlers. It's cute. Okay, so we are going to, now I did get this stitched around. I already have it stitched. I don't know if the camera's going to bring it in or not, but I have this stitched in some white thread. I have all these pieces stitched, except for the music sheet. Okay, so for my candy bag, I am probably going to flip it over as well. Probably something like that. We'll use twine on this one. Okay. All right. So we are going to use him. So we could do like a, well, I don't know if I want to use that or not. Let's see here. Trying to think here what might be a cute way of doing this. I think I would like to do that and maybe a couple of vintage buttons. I always keep a few little buttons in a little tray over here. So what if we did a few little buttons, maybe like that. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. Or what if we completely got rid of this? And I got another plan here. What if we just got rid of that? And what if we used... Oh, wait a minute. What if we went a little more grunged here? This is actually just a tea bag. I had just got through tea dyeing something, and I only had like 2 tea bags that I used. And so I dried them out. And wouldn't that be cute? Oh, I even like that better than if I got the Tim Holtz. Yeah, let's do this. I like this. So let's go ahead and we'll get our tea bag kind of stuck down. I'm going to use quite a bit of glue because it needs to stick good. And I need to get it flattened out just a little bit here. I didn't iron these. Normally I iron anything that gets tea stained, even if it's the tea bag. I usually iron them flat, but I didn't these. Okay, so we have a little bit of curl up, which is good. I like that on the edges. And we'll put that there. And then we'll get those little vintage buttons on. And this will be our little candy bag. All right. That's just cute. I like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick this down now before I put the buttons on. All right. Okay. We're going to keep in mind where our flap is going to be. Kind of center it up on the sack. Okay, so now we're going to add these little vintage buttons. Let's see. Let's just add one. Or maybe I want a big one and 2 little ones. Like that. I like that. So we're going to get those stuck down. And it'll take these a little while to dry. These little buttons. Okay, so then maybe what we'll want to do is maybe we'll add a little Merry Christmas, or maybe we even want to split them. So we can do like a Merry Christmas. Let me lay it out and look at it here. What do you think? Maybe something like that. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'm going to let this dry. And then we'll come back and get the twine. I'll have to punch a couple of holes here for our twine. And then we'll come back and look once we got the twine on to see if there's something else we need to do. And we'll put Merry Christmas on the back side. Yeah, I think we'll put Merry Christmas on the back side. But we've got to get this to dry first. So anyway, we'll be back and we'll do that. Okay, so it's not completely dry, but the buttons are dry enough. Okay, so I went ahead and punched my 2 little holes with my crocodile for the twine. And we're going to go ahead and get the twine put in there. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait, because what I'm going to do is put a little napkin in there like a faux candy, because I don't want to put candy in it just yet. So let's go ahead and turn it over. And I forgot I had this piece of fabric I was going to use. So I'm wondering if I don't want to put it here on the back, maybe cut it down a little bit. And get it kind of more to size. Yeah, something like that. I could even tear it down just a hair more. There we go. I like the frayed, and that's why I like to rip mine, because I want it to be nice and frayed. Okay, so I think that's kind of... And let's just put this little Merry Christmas on the back side. Yeah, I think that looks nice. So let's do that. And once again, I'm just going to let the fabric kind of be loose on the sides and things. I don't want it stuck down where it looks flat and tight. All right. All right, let's get that put on. Yep, there we go. All right, so there will be our little back side. All right. All right, so I like that real well. And that'll be our little back side. All right, so, yeah, I'm going to get my little napkin in here. We'll just pretend we've got it stuffed with a little candy. Because I definitely am not going to put my candy in there till my buttons are completely dry. But we can pretend we've got candy in there. Okay? We'll pretend we got a little candy in there and make it a little poofed. Alright, and let's, now I just cut some twine and I just doubled it, you know, just doubled it over there. So let's, and I'll have to be careful with this bag because it's a little thinner than my ornament bag. And I don't want it to tear for sure. There we go. All right. So we're not going to tie this really tight because we don't want our bag to rip. This is just a little merchant bag and it's very thin. Okay, so we will kind of do that. Okay, and I like that. Okay, and I even like the little twiny kind of frilled there around. All right, so there is that. Now then what I thought, instead of a sentiment, I thought I would like to put maybe the Christmas label. This is just one of those, just like we used on that other, the little Tim Holtz Christmas label. I thought we could do Christmas and kind of just maybe place it a little under that tea bag. Christmas. We could have Christmas wishes, joy. Oops, and I should have had wonder. I've got peace here, but I did have wonder. I'm not sure what I did with it. I'll have to dig it out. Or we could just put peace. It wouldn't matter. But anyway, I thought about something like that. Or we could do like wishes here, joy, and then like peace. Kind of straddled like that as well. But anyway, I'm still very unsure about that. So I like just how it is at the moment. And you'll see it on the beginning of the video what I decided to do, if I decided to do anything. I like the way it looks. It's simple, but then again, I like having a little bit of something, you know, just here. So I may go with Merry Christmas. I may just leave it Merry Christmas. So anyway, guys, we'll come back to that. I'll show you the finished anyway in the intro. So, all right. So there is that. And then the last really fun project I had. Let's get this kind of cleaned up. Is this little bag here, and so I kind of wanted to show you what I used here. Now, I did use a little tag that I just cut down, just a coffee dyed tag. This is like a little bag, just a little tissue pattern or your McCall's pattern. All right, so I thought about on this one putting Merry Christmas just on the front to just decorate the bag a little bit, or maybe like that, because I really didn't put anything on the front of this one that I made. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of put it because I want Santa to show. And it may take a little bit of Fabri-Tac even to be good and sticky. I don't know. But anyway, I thought that would be a little cuter. Just a little added something there. And then here is the little tag and, of course, the little book like I showed you in the beginning. So that's just a fun project there. So let's get this started. All right, so here is our napkin. All right. Here is our napkin, and so here is just a piece of, now this was a new pattern. It was an old pattern, but it was one that had not been used. And that's kind of what I like if I'm going to make anything like this kind of a project. I like it to be a new vintage pattern that hasn't been used, because you have bigger pieces to work with. This is just going to be for our little book that we put on the inside. Okay, so what I did was I took this, and however big you want your bag, that's what you have to determine. All right, so I want to, I think I'm going to go like right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is just cut. And I think, okay, so what I've done is I've just kind of, now I'm going to save this because I want to make the book out of it. So, anyway, so can you see now this is going to be my little bag. Now I think, I didn't on this one, but I do think I want to stitch like I did on the book before I decoupage. So, I'm going to give this a little glue down there so it'll just kind of hold down. And I'm just going to go in with the sewing machine. And of course, you don't have to sew this. You can see I made the other book without it. Or the other bag without it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and randomly just kind of, almost like quilting but not, I'm just going to go in and just make some stitching on it. Okay, so you can kind of see I stitched around the 4 sides and then I just went in and just did some random, you know, sewing. So I want this to be the inside because there's where my tissue kind of is. It's going to be decoupage, so if I got it wrong, it wouldn't matter. I mean, it's going to be decoupaged anyway on the outer side. So, here we go. And so I'm going to take my napkin. And this one, like I said, the plies just came apart. It was actually a 3-ply napkin, but it was already, see, it's 3-ply, but it was already apart. Those are the easier ones like that. Sometimes it's really, really hard to get those apart. So because I'm going to have 2 sides like this, what I need to do is, and I'm going to cut this a little straighter here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm only going to decoupage half going one way. You know, you'll have to take it like this and then cut it in your half. And then what I'll do is flip the other side, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll have to flip the other side because you don't want one side going upside down and one side going right side up. So, let's just get that cut across there. So, I can see here that this is going to be my half. Right here. And I'm just going to kind of put a little mark there where I can see it. Then what I want to do is I want to go just a little bit underneath where I made that mark, because I'm going to actually overlap that. I guess I need to make sure though that where I want my tissue here. Yeah, I think I want it something like that. Okay, so we're gonna cut this down a little bit. Okay, and I want to leave a little on the top because I'm thinking I might fold it in. I didn't on the other one, but I just might after it dries so it has a nice done edge on it. Okay, so all right, so here's my little mark, and I'm going to make sure that I get a little bit underneath it. Okay, so let's get this decoupaged on here. And I'm going to be using this, the Liquitex medium, so I just kind of put it on the... This is always so messy though. For me, I just get stuff stuck everywhere. Now I'm going to go a little under my half so that it'll catch the little bit of overlap I need. So, and just a little bit more. Oops. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take this, and I'm going to go, oh, I don't know, about maybe even a ½ inch under. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Okay. And then I put a little bit on top. Get it nice and stuck down. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my other side. So I'm going to put my medium, and you can use Mod Podge or whatever you... I like Collage Podge too. I still have a bottle of that I have not used, but I do like the Collage Podge. I get it on Amazon. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to kind of lift this up, because what happens is the glue underneath kind of sticks. So we're going to flip that so I have a dry side here. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm turning my napkin upside down so that it will be going straight up, and I'm overlapping it. Let's see, I think I want to go more this side. Okay, so I'm just kind of overlapping it around a 1/4 inch, maybe a little more, but somewhere like that. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and get my top done. And you'll never notice that too much where it's overlapped if you see it on the bag. It just doesn't really show much. But it keeps you from being upside down on one side if you was just to put the whole napkin down. Okay, so what we have to do is we've got to let this dry. And it will take it a little while to dry, so I'll come back later today when this is really good and dry, and we will, I will probably go ahead and Mod Podge my little booklet, and what I'll do is I'll kind of take and measure how much I need to cut off to make it a book that slides in, but I'm going to go ahead and probably do a little napkin podge on the front here so that it can dry the same time, and I will make that booklet later. So anyway, I'll come back later today and we will finish this up.